Hi everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Skin. My name is Christy. Today we are going to be making a super simple body cream. Body cream, we use it every day. Some people use butters instead of the cream. But however, this is how you can make one. Um, in this video, you'll get to see the ingredients that I use, as well as how it looks when it is fully emulsified. So let's make some body cream today. Hi everyone. So today we are going to be making some body cream or cream. Um, this is a personal batch, so that's why I'm not wearing any gloves or anything. Um, for you to make a cream, you need roughly 5 ingredients to start with. That will be a liquid such as water or a floor water or maybe some aloe vera juice. You need a humectant. This can be, in this case, we are using glycerin, but if you want, you can actually use honey. In my oatmeal milk and honey cream, that's what I use instead of the glycerin. It gives a different feel, not as sticky as what glycerin would be, but if you have a fear that your cream might be sticky due to the glycerin, you can just lower the percentage in your formula. You also need some form of oil. The oil is actually going to help with the nourishing of your skin, but it will also help to bring everything together. So that is a liquid, a humectant, some oil. If you want, you can also use a butter. I will be using butters today as well. Then you also need emulsifier. So the emulsifier will help to bring the oil and the water together. You can add a co-emulsifier. I will be adding one today. It's not that you have to, but co-emulsifier does help in terms of helping the emulsifier do its job. But some of them also help in terms of adding that slip and silky feel to your formula. So that will be where maybe glycerol stearate, cetyl alcohol, and some other co-emulsifiers can come in. Then you need a preservative. So preservative, like it says, it will help to actually preserve your product and give it an extra shelf life. I will be adding vitamin E. Is not that you have to add it, but it will help with the oils in terms of helping that rancidity that the oils can give off over a certain time. It is not a preservative, but it does help with the oils. So to recap, to make a body cream, you need about 5 ingredients. That will be a liquid. I'm using water. A humectant. I'm using glycerin. Some oil. I'm using actually sunflower oil today. In my usual formulas, I might use something else. You need a emulsifier to help to bring the oil and water together, and you need a preservative. So my emulsifier that I'm using is emulsifying wax NF. This is the most popular one that you can find. You can find it on Amazon or from any supplier. Is always readily available. And then for my preservative, I will be using Liquid Germal Plus. Liquid Germal Plus does work in a lot of the formulas I have, and I find that I can find readily available as well. You can use other ones like Phenolnit, Optifin Plus. There are quite a few others you can use, but I just pick Liquid Germal Plus because it is mostly readily available. That and Optifin Plus I find. So today, so I already have these in here. Again, this is my sunflower oil. It's not a lot. I also have my water. Usually for my oatmeal milk and honey, I will also have colloidal oats, and I would be using aloe vera juice instead of plain water. So we'll just add our ingredients to the beakers. Then we will put them in a double boiler so that they can come to the same temperature as well as for the butters and emulsifying wax to melt. So first we'll start with the water. So to that one, we will be adding the glycerin. Glycerin you can find anywhere as well. It is vegetable glycerin. You can buy it on Amazon. When I first started, I actually purchased mine from Amazon. So I'll set this aside. But before you actually, so what we will do before we do anything is we'll weigh this out. We're weighing it because we want to make sure that if any water is lost due to evaporation when it's on in the double boiler, that we put it back in. So you tear out your scale. So that comes to 187.38. So we'll note that. So next we have our sunflower oil here. So to that, we will go ahead and add our shea butter. You can use one butter. And again, you don't even have to add butter. It just gives it more nourishing values to your cream, whatever you're using. Depending on what else you have to add, you can add extracts as well. I'll show you that in another video. So we have cocoa butter. Today I'm just using regular cocoa butter. This is unrefined. Then we have our emulsifying wax. Oh, it's stuck in there. So an emulsifying wax can come like little pellets, or it can come like flakes, depending on where you get it from. And then we have our co-emulsifier, which I'm using glycerol stearate. Okay, so I don't need to weigh this out. We'll just set everything aside. From here, we'll cover both. And as I mentioned, we'll put this on a double boiler and then we'll come back when it has completely dissolved. Okay, so these have melted. I will just make sure that the water did not evaporate too much. Okay, only like a couple grams were off because it was 187.38. And if I'm doing this for like my orders or whatever, then you replace whatever is left, right? Since I'm just doing this for me, I'm just going to go ahead and work with this. It's not a lot and I need to be too worried. But yes, you should make sure that you are replenishing what was lost. See, everything here is melted as well. And this is where the magic happens. So you go ahead and you pour. So we are using an immersion blender. Yes, it's not a lot. I can probably use one of the smaller like hand blenders. But you pour your water in your oil always. That's why I always put the oil in the bigger container. That way, when you have to mix it, your water, which is just the liquids going here, when it's the oil, I find like I have to try to get all the oil. The first time I did it the opposite way, and then some of the emulsifying wax already started like hardening again. So you pour the water in here and it turns to that nice milky color. So then you use your hand blender and you make sure everything is blended. You can use a whisk as well, but as I said, the hand blender just does it faster. You will do is periodically come back and blend this. So you see you get that nice white milky color. This is where you will also add your preservative and your vitamin E. Now I have to make sure that is at the right temperature before I do that. My temperature gun, this is the one I also use for like my soaps and stuff. So that's at a good temperature. For the liquid Germo Plus to work, it needs to be under 50 degrees Celsius. So I'll wait a little bit more and then I'll add the two of these. This is where you can go ahead and also add your extracts if you want to, your liquid extracts. I would say for the powder ones, you could add them in the water phase so that it actually breaks down in the water while it is on the heat. You can add a color if you want. I don't add colors to my body cream because you're going to stay on your skin. And anything else you think that you might want to add at this time. If you're adding the oats, I would usually add the oats to my water phase so that they just dissolve in the water. Yeah, I'm not too sure from here what else a lot of people add. So my mic went dead here. So if you see my hands moving and like nothing is happening, it's okay. So here I'm just explaining that I'll have to continue to mix this until it actually gets to the consistency that I need. And all you're looking to do is just make sure it is thickening up. If it doesn't, you will have to continue to blend it. That's how you know that the oil and water has fully incorporated. Since this is a small batch, it won't take long to do that. So here you already see that it has thickened up. You can see like chunks. And we'll just go ahead and clean off the blender and add the additional ingredients. As I mentioned before, if you have any other liquid ingredients that you would need to add besides your vitamin E or your preservative, it could be extracts as well. Liquid extracts could be added at this point. And depend on your extract. This is a water soluble product, so make sure that they are water soluble. You do have oil in here as well, so you could add one that's oil based. Powders, you should add those to your water phase. This will help to dissolve the extract. So it already looks like cream, but we have to make sure that it is preserved. So the first thing I'm going to add is liquid Germo Plus. So if you see here, the temperature is now under 50 degrees Celsius. So you can use another preservative here. You can use Octafin Plus. That's another good one. And then the vitamin E, as I mentioned, it is good for your skin, but it helps to make sure that the oils that are being added don't get rancid too quickly. So you just make sure all those are incorporated. I honestly cannot remember what I was saying here, but I'm going to go ahead and add these to the container. I think I was explaining how you can add different things to your creams just to make sure that it does fit what you are going for. You can add additional ingredients such as like the L-panthenol, which is vitamin B5, and niacinamide, which are like B3. Usually I add those in my face cream, but you can surely add them in your cream for your body as well. So we'll be using a pot today. This is just a 100 ml pot. It won't fit all of it. This is just for really for video purposes because I usually have like a big container that I put my cream in for myself. And you can see how nice and thick it has gotten already. So you still have to let this cool. So when you jar your creams, you should let them cool so that there's no condensation. Cause in the container when it's being packaged, after that, for some reason the video just cut off while I'm doing it, but I was just letting you know that this is the body cream, and the consistency of it is really nice here. Like there's no streaks. A lot of people, they don't like to see the streaks, and that could be the emulsifying wax that's being used. So there you have it. You have body cream, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.